Hello and welcome to my creative space. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Welcome to another DIY video. If you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe and join this creative squad. In today's video, you already know about the title. We are doing wedding decor. This wedding decor right here, my best friend, she is like my sister, recently got married, and her now husband trusted me to decorate their wedding. They loved it, and I got a lot of positive, beautiful comments at the wedding about the decor. She had asked me if I was gonna record it for my channel, and I was like, I don't know. And she was like, I think you should do it. And then I was like, you know what, you're right. I wasn't sure if I was gonna post it, but then I recently asked on my community tab if anybody was interested in watching it, and a few of you were interested, and so here we are. I hope these ideas help somebody out there. You might be getting married, or you might have a friend that is looking to get married. These are really beautiful DIYs that can be used for honestly any event. So I hope these are very helpful. If you're interested in any of the products, links will be down below. Most of the items were obtained from Amazon, so check the links down below. And now let's get started with the DIYs. Okay, what I have right here is the garlands I use. So these were purchased from Amazon. It comes in packs of 5 and 2. So I got 2 packs of 5 and a pack of 2. These are supposed to be 5.5 feet long. I did not measure them, so I'm sorry. I don't know if that's how much they measured, but they are supposed to be eucalyptus and greenery. It's like 2 garlands tied together. I think they looked beautiful. I absolutely love them. You just got to fluff them up and then you are good to go. Now, I also purchased these flowers from Amazon. They were so beautiful. They're the burnt orange and blush pink. My best friend was going for this color palette, and it's a pack of 50, and it comes with 2 boxes. So now these ones were like my absolute favorite. They're supposed to be peonies, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing them. This is a pack of 16. I got 2 packs of those. I also purchased these roses. They're white roses, and it's a pack of 25. I only purchased 1 of them. Geez, what am I doing dropping boxes? Okay, so this one, it's a pack of different flowers. So it's like a mix of flowers within the same color palette we were going for. I don't know how many were in it because Amazon did not specify that, and I did not count them, so I am so sorry. Okay, so for this centerpieces, I wanted to use a vase. And as you can see here, I have 3 different options. All of these were from Dollar Tree, by the way. I could not decide which one to use, and so I had to call my best friend to help me, and we ended up deciding for this one right here. And these vases were for the pampas grass. Now, I do not have a link for the pampas grass. These ones, actually, I had them since last year. My husband works doing landscaping, and they had this house where they actually had to cut them down, and he asked me if I needed them, and I was like, yes, I do. And I remember mentioning this in a video a while ago. I've been holding them, and I was like, it's the time to use them. So I'm sorry, I don't have a link. I already had this one, so I'm so sorry. And the last product used are these wooden planks from Hobby Lobby. These are a pack of 2, and they are 4 feet long, and it says $12.99. However, I purchased them while they were 40% off. I thought it was a great deal because these are already cut. I don't have to do nothing to them. They were ready for me to use. What I'm going to be using for each centerpiece is 2 of the white roses, 2 of the blush pink, 2 of the burnt orange, and 2 of the peonies. And I'm sorry if I am mispronouncing them. And I'm also going to use a whole strand of the garland, 1 whole garland, a wooden plank, this Dollar Tree vase, and of course our pampas grass. I am going to start with the wooden plank. I will place it down, and then I will set my garland right on top. Now, the ends have these long plastic pieces that I hate, so I trim them off. You can actually cut them with scissors. It's not hard to do. Now, once I stretch out my garland, I end up trimming some of this garland off. I wanted to hang on each side a little bit, but we need this extra piece for here shortly. Now, these are zip tied together, so I am going to remove the zip tie, and then we will split these off. Again, feel free to use your scissors. It works just fine. Ignore my funny faces. Okay, here is our 2 pieces already done. And now I am going to take the vase and find the middle. I split the garland in half. So one side ends up with the eucalyptus, the other side of the greenery. Don't worry, we will fix it. Now I'm taking the flowers and I am trimming them because this wire is so long and I don't need it to be this long. Plus we are going to need those wires here in a second. Now I'm going to take my greenery that we cut off, and here is where we're going to use it. Where we split our garland, as I said, you know, one side ends up with the eucalyptus, the other with the greenery. So we are going to use this to make them even on each side. So both sides can have the greenery and eucalyptus, and we are going to use the wires that we just cut off from the flowers to tie these in place. I place the greenery right on top, and then you just tie it together, make it very tight and very secure, and then that fixes that little problem. Now you could leave it as is, but it did bother me and I wanted this to be even on both sides, so this is why we're doing it. Now, once I am done doing all of that, here is what the middle looks like now. Now we got greenery and eucalyptus on both sides, and that makes me so happy. Okay, now it's time to add our flowers. So I am going to start with the peonies. I decided that because they're bigger, I am going to put them on the end, and then I am going to follow with the burnt orange roses, and then I am going to put the white roses and then the blush pink. I wanted to put the blush pink, but then I was like, wait, that looks weird, so I end up switching them. We go for white and then the rose flowers, and I just make sure that they are separated at a good distance. And once I place all of them down, now it's time to tie them into place. So we use that wire piece that we left on the flowers and we tie it around the garland. Now just be sure that you don't tie these with the leaves, because it would all look all crunched up, and the purpose here is to make it look just flowing and these roses being part of this garland. So just be careful with that, and I will continue to do that through the whole garland until we finish. We are adding our last blush pink on this side. I did not measure on each side. I just kind of eyeball it and kind of try to mimic on the other side. And then here is me placing the last rose. I didn't want to put you through watching me doing the exact same thing on each side, so we are going to finish this little cute rose. Now all you have to do is just fluff it up, arrange it, and there you have it. Now here is a closer look to what this is looking like. This is looking beautiful. I absolutely love it. And now all is left is to add our pampas grass. Now you could add roses if you wanted to. You could really add anything you want to this vase, but I absolutely love it with the pampas grass. And that completes this beautiful centerpiece. I hope you love it. Let me know in the comments down below. We are not done, so let's jump into the next project. Here is what I used for the floral arrangement I did for the bride and groom table. This was a beautiful arrangement that I'm so proud of. I used a whole box of the mixed flowers I showed you at the beginning. I also used the 2 garlands. These ones are already cut individually. I will talk to you about it here in a little bit. I also used a rectangle of the floral foam from Dollar Tree, 2 of the long Dollar Tree signs, as well as 2 of these eucalyptus branches. These ones are actually from Walmart. And then I use 2 of these pampas grass. Now here are the signs that I was talking about. As you can see, I should have covered this, but thank God nothing happened, nobody saw it. And then I use the floral foam, just cut a piece off and then just create a dome shape at the top. Now I am going to start with the eucalyptus branches. I wanted to use these ones because these ones are strong enough to hold if we needed to pick it up. You know, it would be easy to pick it up and move around. Now I also needed this for support as well, because these branches have a stronger wire on them, so it could hold, you know, everything that was going to be on top, which is like greenery and flowers and all that stuff. Okay, so about the garlands. So I had to ask my best friend to let me borrow this arrangement again because I did this arrangement the night before the wedding and I didn't record it. I just didn't have time to set up everything and record it. So that's why these pieces are already put together and the garland is already cut into pieces. But you know, I just trimmed them individually and I just created enough pieces to have to cover up the bottom. And yeah, that is all I did for that. And then after I'm done placing all the greenery down, now I am going to move on to the flowers. I start with the bigger flowers. I had a few really pretty large flowers, so I put those down first because that could give me an idea on where they need to go, and then I can just cover the little holes with the extra smaller roses. I end up using, you know, I actually had some of the burnt orange and blush pink roses, the white roses, and then also the peonies. I use some of them as well on this arrangement. That's the good thing about buying all those boxes. I had some flowers left over, so I could use them for this arrangement as well and help it, you know, flow with the centerpieces as well. And then for the back, I just added 3 of the big peonies to cover up the floral foam. I didn't want that showing up. And then the back was not going to be shown because, you know, only the bride and groom were going to see it. And I was more worried about the front and the top. So that's why I only put those 3 peonies back there. And then I did left some of them longer. I didn't trim the wire, and that was on purpose. That was so I could have them sticking out farther out. That way, when I hang this on the table, the purpose with this was to make it hang down. And so some of these flowers were going to hang down as well. And I absolutely loved it. Now, I am so sad because I totally forgot to record what the main table looked like with this. And so all I have is a picture. So you're welcome. I will show you the picture I have. But anyways, that is almost all for this project. All I have left is just adding the pampas grass. I added 1 on each end, and that was all for this beautiful piece. I think it turned out amazing. And as I mentioned, I don't have a video at the wedding, but here is a closer look of how this turned out. I did recorded it at my home, and yes, this is the end result on this beautiful piece. Let me know what you think down below. And while you're there, do not forget to subscribe to my channel because I have a new video every week and you don't want to miss it. And now I want to mention a couple of things. So this DIY was a last minute DIY and it was used to mark the entrance to the wedding. And this deserves a special moment. So the art was actually DIY by the groom. He did amazing. He's so talented when it comes to this kind of things. Now, these sheets and arrangements were actually purchased from Amazon. If you're interested, check the link down below. I was going to DIY them, but my best friend beat me to it. She had already purchased them, so too bad for me. One less DIY for me. And then I just added the pampas grass. That's all I did to it. I hope you loved this video and this inspires you. Thank you so much for watching. Now I'm gonna stop talking and enjoy all the decor.